Dr. J-Man is David Howard Thornton. So how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Good, man. So now when you got the role of Terrifier, did you ever think you would be the next face of horror?
No, not at all. We were just a low-budget independent film. We made it for $35,000 American, which is not a lot of money. And I didn't even know if my own parents would see this movie. So I had no idea this was going to happen. It's been extremely exciting.
I mean, now your character is like taking the torch from Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers.
Oh boy, that's high praise, man. It's just like, cause Freddy especially is like my idol. Freddy is my favorite, so just to even be compared slightly to him, that means a lot. So thank you.
Are you surprised how popular the character was?
Not really, because I thought he was a cool character. I thought like he's got a great personality, he's got a great look, he's got some great kills. So I had a feeling if we could be seen by a lot of audiences and stuff like that, that people would love him as much as I did, and I'm glad I was right.
And you do everything without saying a word. Do you wish you could ever get some like speaking parts, besides paintings?
Oh yeah, I mean now I don't want art to ever speak. I don't think that would be right. That would be very weird. But I mean, the funny thing is, a lot of people don't know this about me. I do over 200 voices in like 25 different dialects. And the irony of it is I'm known for being silent. So I would love to talk more in movies, especially there's a certain character I would love to play, from the little Batman mythos, good old Joker. He'll put a smile on my face. So put me in, coach.
Yo, DC, get this man in right now,
James
man.
Gunn.
Do people recognize you without the makeup?
I think some people are starting to now. It's most people don't know what I look like, which is kind of nice because I can walk around and go about my own life and not have to worry about paparazzi popping out or stuff like that. Some people are starting to know what I look like now, which surprises me, especially when I'm outside of the convention setting. I've been walking around in some cities and people are, oh my God, are you him? Like, yeah, how did you know?
It's starting to get concerning now.
Yeah,
how do you know that?
I know. It's like, you must be a real fan.
Is it true part 2 was actually shot in a real haunted house?
Yes. Like I wouldn't say the real like you're talking about the final part of the movie. Yes, that was actually filmed in a real haunted house in Philadelphia called Fright Factory. So all those sets were there, so we didn't have to build all that. So you can actually go through that haunted house and go through the sets that we use for Terrifier 2, which is really cool. But also that place was haunted too. We had some weird stuff happen on set during all that. So yeah.
You guys caught any ghosts, man?
We had some weird stuff, like doors opening and closing by themselves, like that doll room. There's this one doll on the swing that's motion censored, and we had the power turned off to that room, and we're filming in the bathroom that night, and all of a sudden that doll starts going off in the other room when there was nobody in there, and it's doing this whole like, come play with me. We're like, no. Now,
you guys went all out on the horror in that last movie.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Tiny bit. Yeah, just tiny. And people loved it, and it got more plays in theaters.
Yes, yeah. That's people are actually puking and passing out in the movie. I mean, that's the best publicity we could ever have. It's like that was genuine. It's like, so I guess we did our job when it came to the practical effects and the gore. So.
Yeah. That's the title of the whole tour.
Yeah.
And how do you plan to top the next one?
Oh, well, we're definitely going bigger with the next one. We're a little bit more ambitious this time, I would say, too. We got a bigger budget, and we have a real VFX team coming in to help us out. And though they just revealed yesterday that it is going to be a Christmas movie.
Yes!
So we're going to have some fun kills in this one, for sure.
You are very hands-on with it. You even plan out the kills that take place in this movie. And I'm sure the studio plan on giving you a big budget.
Right? It's definitely a bigger budget than we've had before. It's not like, Marvel level budget, but it's a good budget. We can do what we want to do with this buddy, so we're very, very happy.
Do you still plan on doing theater work?
I would love to. I miss doing theater work. That was a good portion of my life. That's where I learned my craft. I didn't go to school for acting. My school was the stage. I learned from watching my betters, those that had more experience than me, where I watched a lot of movies growing up. Like Doug Jones was one of my big inspirations. Anytime I saw him in a movie, I'm like watching him taking notes constantly.
Best horror clown. Pennywise, Captain Spaulding, or you?
Oh, definitely Art. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's
come on. It's like Pennywise, he was beat by a bunch of losers. I mean, they all just made fun of him. He's like, Spaulding, he's just a guy. He's just a guy. He's a little crazy, but he's still just a guy. But Art, it's a little bit more than just a guy.
It's just like supernatural.
Yeah.
So, if you could cross over like Freddy versus Jason, who would star in you versus what other?
I would like to, because a lot of people said Freddy with Art. I think that would be a fun matchup. But I would also like to see him matched up with Nicolas Cage's character from Willy's Wonderland. You have a silent hero and a silent villain going up against each other. That would be interesting.
I can even imagine that like.
It cracks open the lug.
So there are a lot of horror games now, like Friday the 13th and the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Can we ever see a Terrifier game?
It might happen. I think there's some negotiations being made right now, which make me very happy. I'm a big gamer myself, so I would like to see Art in Dead by Daylight. I would especially like to see Art, because I'm a huge fan of this franchise since the very first game. I want to see him as a DLC character in Mortal Kombat.
That's perfect.
Just the fatalities would be awesome.
Yeah, it
like,
matches. Yeah, it's like Mortal Kombat is like the most famous game. That would go hand in hand.
Yes.
So what's next for you?
Well, Terrifier 3 is my next film. We started filming that in January, but I have 2 other films coming out next year. One's called The Dead Place, and I do talk in that one. And the other one is called Stream, and they've already released a trailer for that. And we have a lot of horror legends in that one. We have like Danielle Harris, Felissa Rose, Dave Sheridan, Daniel Roebuck, Dee Wallace, Jeffrey Combs, Tony Todd. The list keeps going on and on. That's an incredible film. Damien did the practical effects for it. He feels really cool in it, so it's going to be a fun film as well. So I have 3 films coming out next year.
How do my followers follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or Threads under David Howard Thornton.
So, one question. You're on death row. It's time for a final meal. What is on the menu?
What is on the menu? That's a good question. I'd probably want like a nice filet mignon, some good garlic cheesy mashed potatoes, and good lemon meringue pie for dessert.
So it's death row and time is over. How are you going out?
How am I going out? I'm just gonna go out with a bang. Take everybody out with me.
So you're gonna use that art, that inner art, to try to tell everyone.
Oh yeah.
So thank you for being on the show. It's been my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Very welcome. Thank you.
Awesome.